So if you haven't already, go ahead and pull up the spreadsheet that we talked about earlier in the course where we will be tracking all of the business information. At the bottom, you'll notice a competition analysis tab, so go ahead and click on that tab. And here you'll see I've already started pulling together some of the data for the business that I'm working with. This is where we're going to start inserting our competitors and all of their information. This way we're going to be able to easily compare our metrics with theirs to see what we need to do to outrank them. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to do a search for our competitors. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. The first one is simply going into Google and doing a manual search for your keywords. So let's say I'm going to be using landscaping Centerville, Virginia as one of my main keywords. I can do a search for that and scroll down. Now what I'm looking for in the organic searches is other local businesses. I'm not looking for any of the larger non-competitor sites like Amazon, Wikipedia, Yelp, those type of sites we're going to want to rule out. So looking at these organic rankings, I'm going to want to go through and copy any of these URLs here that are also local businesses. If you're not sure if they're the larger sites or if they are local businesses, you can go ahead and click through. But this is a competitor, so I can go in and pop in their information here in the spreadsheet. I can go back, I'm going to skip Yelp, Home Advisor, Prosperity Lawn and Landscape, looks like another competitor. So I'll put that URL in as well. Same with J&M Landscaping, it's another company. Now I'm going to skip Angie's List, that's not a competitor. I'm going to look at Rulyscapes. I'm going to skip Yellow Pages and Thumbtack as well down here in position 10, and I will copy Lorenzo Lawn Care. Now I'm mostly going to focus on the first page of Google as that is where I want to be. So I want to look at the competition on the first page. So then I can go on to another one of my top main keywords. So I'll use lawn mowing in Centerville, Virginia as an example. I can go down, and again I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to rule out Yelp, Lawn Starter, Home Advisor. Here we have a new competitor though, S&S Lawn Services, so I'll copy that and paste that in. Same thing here, Vianna Lawn Care. We have Angie's List, Thumbtack, Super Pages, and Brian's Lawn Mowing. And then again, Yellow Pages. So this gives me a good list to start with. I like to pull together about 10 competitors or so. This way I can go in, I can look at their website, what they have, what they don't have is in terms of design and features, and then we can also look at some of these other metrics here that we'll be listing to the right. If you have other tools, like for instance, if you have Market Samurai, you can actually go ahead and insert a new keyword. Here I have landscaping Centerville, Virginia. I can use their SEO competition tool, and here it's going to show me all of the top sites in Google for that search term. So you'll see I have all of the same ones that I've copied, and then it's going to have these other metrics here to the right. So we can use this to see how easy it will be able to rank for this specific keyword, which we'll get into here in a moment. But this also will give us a little bit of information that would be helpful, such as how many backlinks a particular page has, and that way we can track that information as well. So once we have these top keywords, once we have these top competitors here, we want to find out what their top keywords are. This is going to tell us what they're actually going after SEO-wise, and it will give us some ideas for other keywords that may work for us as well. So to do that, there's a couple of tools we can use. We can use SpyFu or we can use SEMrush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the URL from my first competitor. I'll pop him in here. This tells me he has 18 keywords in the top 50 results. And so I can go down and I can see what those top keywords are, and I can click through for more information. I like to sort by rank so I can see what they are ranking for highly. However, if you don't have a paid version, of course it's going to limit what you can see, but this gives me some other ideas. So landscaping Northern Virginia, landscaping companies in Northern Virginia. So this will give me some ideas of other keywords I could go after. But this also tells me that they don't concentrate specifically in Centerville. They're also looking at areas in a larger geographical area. So I can say, okay, landscaping Northern Virginia is a top keyword, and I can add in the additional keywords. So for instance, I can go to SEMrush and I can put in their domain here as well. Let me copy that domain again. And this is going to give me similar information. This is also going to tell me how many organic search results that they have. It shows that they're appearing for 68 keywords. And you'll notice from tool to tool that it's going to be a little bit different, which is why I like to look at a couple different tools to get a better idea. So here I can see what their top keywords are, and I can go look for a full report. So taking a look at the full list here, I can see what they are ranking for. I like to sort by the position here as well. That way I can see what they're ranking for highly in Google. Here they're looking at Superior Landscaping, their name, so that's not impressive. But here we also have landscaping in Centerville, Virginia. They're appearing on the first page for, so I can add that in. But I can also see what other services they provide. Some of these this business doesn't provide, or these are areas that we don't serve. In the spreadsheet here, we're also going to be looking at the total number of backlinks that a website has and the total number of root domain backlinks. So what that means is a website may have, let's say, 20 backlinks, but that may only be coming from 5 different sources. So 5 websites are contributing 20 different links to them. So that's important to know. So SEMrush will give me this information. It says I have a total of 29 backlinks for this website coming from 21 different domains. So I can go ahead and enter that in. Now we also want to look for domain authority, and a site that we can use to do that is Open Site Explorer by Moz. So I'm going to put the competitor website in here and we'll see what information we get. It shows they have a domain authority of 14, which I want to enter in here. And you'll notice that they will also give you the backlinks. Here it says they have a total of 35 backlinks from 5 different domains. So as you can see, that's conflicting information. This is why I like to look at different tools, and that way I can really evaluate what links they have, what links they may be missing out on. It gives me a list of some of the links that they do have below. Now, I also want to look at what citations they have since they are a local business. And if you are serving a US or UK business, you can use Moz Local. And what you can do is you can insert the business name. So I'm not sure what their zip code is since they serve different areas. We'll see if they have it listed here anywhere. Yeah, I don't see it listed anywhere here, so I will just use Centerville zip code to see if they come up. And they do. This is them. So I can click on them, and here this is going to give me a score of 63. So now when I go back and insert the score, I can see that I have a score of 52, so I have some work to do. I'll also be able to take a look at what profiles that they have, what information they're lacking, so I can see how I can outdo them with the citations as well. But that we will get into in another section. Now, if you are not working with a US or UK business, there are other services like Bright Local, which is a really great service for working with citations, for building your citations, and also WhiteSpark. These companies work with other countries as well and can help you track rankings, find different citations, and also be able to compare your competitors. So those are very helpful services. You also want to know the number of Google reviews. So in Moz Local, you can scroll down and it will usually tell you how many reviews they have down here. Here I'm seeing just one, but to be sure, I can type in their name into Google and I can see what comes up here. And yes, it shows here that they also only have 1 Google review. So that's good for us. We have 3 as of right now. Now, to get an idea of monthly traffic, you can also use SEMrush, and you'll be able to get an idea of what their traffic is. So here you can go and you can see, okay, in May they had 277, and it's stayed pretty consistent, looks like, through the end of the year. So that will tell you about how much traffic they get every month. You can also use tools like SimilarWeb, and you can put in your competitors' information in here. You can also use Compete, and you'll be able to compare different websites as well, and this will give you some different metrics. So if you're looking for some other tools, this will give you a well-rounded picture as well. Now, one last thing you can do is we talked about crawling your site that you're working on, but you can also take the same steps that you took for your client website with the competitor's website. So you can do the manual crawl, you can use the tools that we talked about, and I'll include a list of those as well. And this is going to give you an idea of how many pages that this competitor actually has, what pages are actually set up. And this will again just give you an idea of what they have done compared to what you have done, so you can see why Google may be ranking them over you and what you'll need to do to outrank them.